session is on research, concept, types and significance. Okay, because this program is on research methodology, so let me share with you what we actually mean by research, what is the concept, what are its different types, why we need research, what significance, and then of course how to carry out the research. So that is the most important thing. So these are the things I will be covering as far as this session is concerned. One is of course the concept of research, and research methodology, again very important term. So what is the meaning of research methodology? Okay, then why do we need research? What is the need of research? What its significance? What are different types of research? Again, very important. How we can categorize, how we can classify research, and then of course the most important thing is how to systematically and scientifically carry out the research. So these are the things I will be covering in this session. So let us come to the first aspect. What we mean by research? Okay, so my friends, research. Research consists of two further words. One is re, and the second one is search. So re plus search, that is your research. Just give me 1 minute. Okay. Now, so what we mean by re? Re means again. Okay, you have to do something again, so that is re again, anew, afresh. You have to do it once again, so that we say it is re. And search means when you are examining something closely, when you are examining something carefully, so that is research. Okay, so re plus search, that means you are actually examining something very carefully, and why you are doing it? So as to reach the reality, so as to reach the truth. So actually you are searching for the truth, you are searching for reality, you are searching for the fact. So when you are examining something very carefully, very closely, so as to reach the truth, so as to reach the reality, so that is research. So that means actually you are moving from known to unknown. Something is known to you, something is not known to you, and you are moving from known to unknown. It is a journey, it is a voyage of discovery. You are undertaking a journey. You are in pursuit of truth, you are in pursuit of reality, and that journey, that voyage, that is research. If you go through the meaning of research in the dictionary, the Oxford Advanced Learner Dictionary, it says research is a careful investigation or inquiry through search for new facts in any branch of knowledge. So this is what research is. Re plus search, careful investigation, careful, closely you are investigating something to search for new knowledge, new fact. Okay, you want to search for truth, so that is research. A very important concept of research that was given by one of the researcher, Creswell, in 2008. And according to Creswell, research is a process of steps used to collect and analyze information. So ultimately, whenever you are doing research on any topic, ultimately you will be collecting certain information. Okay, collecting information and analyzing information. These are the two very important things. Any research you are undertaking, this thing you will have to do. You will have to collect the information, and you will have to analyze that collected information. So according to Creswell, research is a process used to collect and analyze the information to increase our understanding of a topic. Okay, you want more knowledge, you want more insight into a particular topic, you want better understanding of an issue, and due to that you collect and analyze information in a series of steps. That is research. Okay, so focus here is on collecting and analyzing the information. Let us go to another definition of research given by Grinnell in 1993. Grinnell, again, a very famous researcher. According to Grinnell, research is creation of new knowledge and use of existing knowledge in a new and creative way so as to generate new concept, methodologies, and understanding. So research here what Grinnell is saying at it is research is dealing with creation of new knowledge. And if you are having certain knowledge, you are using that knowledge, using the existing knowledge so as to generate new knowledge, generate new concept, generate new methodologies, or generate or have better understanding. So according to Grinnell, creation of new knowledge or use of existing knowledge to generate something new, that is research. Okay, I would like here to share with you what actually. Okay, so basically, focus is on collecting collecting the data, collecting the information, analyzing the information to increase our understanding. So this is clear. Research. Now you know what is research. But then there are certain things the faculty member or some person may think that this is research, but that actually may not be research. Okay, so you know that research, you are examining something closely, carefully, to reach at the reality, to search for knowledge. So that is research, or systematically and scientifically collecting and analyzing the information to have a better understanding. That is research. But then there are certain activities which do not come under the domain of research. So what is that? So which activity is not research? So that you must be clear. So research is not simply information gathering. Okay, only you, if you are doing only one activity, that you are just collecting information, that is not research. So maybe if you are collecting, you have certain books, you have certain magazine, and you are just gathering information. So that is not research, because as I discussed with you, that research should ultimately lead to certain new knowledge. Okay, you are in pursuit of knowledge, you are in pursuit of truth or reality. So it should contribute to new knowledge. If that is not happening, that is not research. So merely or simply collecting the certain information, just simply collecting certain data, that is not research. Then research is not transportation of fact. Okay, I mean, if there is certain information, some information is there in the books, or some certain paper is there, certain magazine is there, so some information is there, and you take that, and you are taking that information, and you are transporting that information from one source to another source. Maybe you are shifting it from textbook to your PPTs. So shifting or transportation of the information or facts from one resource to another, that is not research. Simply transporting the fact from one resource to another is not research, because again it is not contributing to new knowledge. It is just, I mean, you are just representing the knowledge, existing knowledge, which is so that it is accessible, more accessible to people. But my friends, that is not research. So I hope that the concept of research is clear to you, that simply gathering the information, simply transporting the fact from one source to another, that is not research. Okay. Another term, because the title of this course is research methodology, so we must have clarity as to what we mean by research methodology. Research, I know, I hope now you are clear what is the meaning of research, but what is the research methodology? So research methodology is the science of studying how to carry out the research scientifically, how to carry out the research systematically. That is the research methodology. Methodology, the way you are conducting the research in a systematic manner. So that is research methodology. So here the focus is the way in which you are conducting the research. How you are conducting the research, the way you are conducting the research. So that is research methodology. So you are using various methods which we will be discussing during this program. So which method you are using to conduct your research study? Okay, there are different methods. So research methodology is dealing with use of various methods which researcher is adopting to conduct the research study. So how you are carrying out the study, and uh, uh, the systematic way, the scientific way which you are adopting, all these things are part of a research methodology. Okay. Now come to the need part of the research. Why do you need to carry out the research? You want to be familiar with certain phenomena. Why something is happening in a particular way? You want to study the features of some individual or some group, or certain situation. So again, research is needed. How frequently something is happening, you want to analyze that one. Again, you need research. And you want to test the hypothesis we will come a bit later. But if you want to examine the hypothesis, then again research is needed. Okay, research is very important. Okay, I mean, you cannot imagine so many things in your life, and what is happening around us. So all those things that are there, it is all because of research. So if I go through what is the purpose of research, what is the significance of research, so I can broadly categorize them into five areas. One thing which is very important, and that is to generate new knowledge. Okay, you want to you are searching for knowledge. The very meaning of research is you are searching for knowledge. You are searching for truth, searching for reality. So research is generating new knowledge. So this is one thing. You want to have better understanding of complex phenomena. Something is complex. You want to know about the universe. Okay, and how the things are. What is the phenomena of galaxy? What is the solar system? So and similarly, there are so many things about which we are not clear. So if you want to have deeper understanding of the phenomena, the nature, so you carry out the research. If we are conducting research, if we are conducting research in the field of various field, maybe medical, maybe engineering, or maybe in the area of health, so it is leading to technological advances. Okay, all the technologies advances, all the tools which we are using, it all is because of the research. You are using mobile, you are attending this program online, it is because of the research. Chandrayaan 3 was able to land on the moon. Okay, it is all, we have put our feet on the moon. It is all because of research. To solve real life problem, again, a very important, very significant reason why we are conducting research is that in our day-to-day life, at our workplace, or otherwise also in our social life, we might be having certain problems. In our professional life, there may be a problem at the workplace. Maybe marketing. It may be related to marketing. It may be related to certain operations. So, how to solve these real life problem? How to find out the solution to this problem? Research comes in handy to deal with this problem. Sometimes we take up, you must have heard of this word action research. So, if there is any specific problem in an organization, in an institute, and a team is working on that problem and trying to give a solution to that problem, so that is action research. So, research is contributing significantly in solving the real life problem. And research is also useful to the policymakers, also useful to the planners in making the decision. I mean, for example, our government, I mean, they have to first create the resources, okay, financial resources, and then they have to put these resources for development of the society. Maybe there are so many areas where they have to use these resources, but how much to put in which area? Okay, for example, if I have to invest in infrastructure, or I have to invest in the area of education, or I need to give priority to the health aspect. So someone has to take a decision. Someone needs to plan, and that is where research comes in handy. I mean, if someone is carrying out a research and trying to find out that this area is very, very critical, say infrastructure is very, very critical, or education is very, very critical. If we give more focus on education part, then maybe it will give better dividends. So policymakers, planners, they are always looking out for some research finding, and these findings they help these policymakers in making better decisions. Okay, so their research is very, very helpful. So my friends, this is why research is very, very significant, very, very important, and continuously we need to carry out this research, move towards new knowledge, move towards reality. Okay, now we come to another very important aspect which we'll be discussing throughout during this program, and that is what are different types of research. Okay, how we can categorize different types of research. So here I am talking about, say, roughly 8 types of research. One I call as descriptive research, and then the next one is analytical research. Then similarly, and one type of research is fundamental research, and then another type is applied research. Then you can also categorize or classify research in one more area, that is conceptual research or empirical research. And another method to classify research is that is quantitative research and qualitative research. So let us get familiar with these terms: descriptive research, analytical research, fundamental research, applied research, conceptual research, empirical research, quantitative and qualitative research. Okay, so let us take these research one by one. So first of all, what is descriptive research, and then what is analytical research? Okay, so let us compare both these research, descriptive research versus analytical research. Okay, so descriptive research, descriptive, that means describing, or derived from describing. So the researcher who is engaged in descriptive research, he is only describing, he is only reporting what has happened or what is happening. Okay. So this is what we mean by descriptive research: describing the existing condition, describing the existing characteristic, or explaining the existing behavior. So either something has happened or it is happening at present. So what are the current state of affairs? Okay, so that is the purpose. You are describing, you are telling what are the state of affairs related to an organization, related to a system, related to something. So that is descriptive research. Now, because here you are just reporting, you do not have you have no control over variable. You are not changing anything. Okay. Otherwise, researcher, they make just change in something and see the effect. But here in descriptive research, you do not have any control or over any variable. Only simply reporting what is existing, what is existing condition, existing characteristic, existing behavior. That is descriptive research. Okay, let us take one example. See what is descriptive research. See, you have, I mean, in our technical education system, we have a system of examination. We check the performance of the students. So in a semester, we are having an examination system. We are taking certain tests during the semester, and and we are giving certain weightage to those tests. And then at the end of the semester, again, we ask the student to appear for the examination. And it is quite possible that you are giving certain marks for attendance. Maybe you are giving a certain weightage to the assignment, and maybe a certain presentation. You are asking the students to make certain presentation. So all these things together, so that is your examination system. So if the topic of my research is that I want to know to check the existing system of examination. Okay, so just simply reporting what is our existing system of examination, how much weightage we are giving to different aspects. So that will come under descriptive research, because here you are just describing the state of affairs. You are just describing what is our existing system. No change in anything, no control over any variable. So that is descriptive research. And compare it to analytical research. What is analytical research? See here, in analytical research, you are analyzing the data. There is some data is available, either it is available or you collect certain data, and you make use of this data, you make use of this information, you analyze this data. And why you are analyzing this data? Because you want to establish certain relationship. Why something is happening? Cause and effect relationship. If you are trying to establish certain relationship, then my friends, you are going in for you are carrying out analytical research. See, focus here is to find out, to explain the why part. Why something has happened. And because you think that there is a relationship between two things, and that is why this thing is there. So analytical research, it is going beyond descriptive research. In descriptive research, you are just reporting what is happening at present or what has already happened. But here you are analyzing that existing information, and you are trying to establish a certain relationship. That is your analytical research. So ultimately, the focus of analytical research is to identify if there is certain pattern, to identify if there is any cause of something has happened, or to establish if there is any relationship between two or more variables. So that is analytical research. Okay. Then I come to the other part, that is fundamental research and applied research. Fundamental research and applied research. Okay. So let us say what is fundamental research. Okay, fundamental research is also called basic research or fundamental research. So I want to, in fundamental research, I want to generalize something. I want to formulate a theory. I want to generalize a certain theory, certain concept. So if that is the purpose, then my friends, you focus on fundamental research. The aim is to find information that has a broad base of application. That is fundamental research. Okay. For example, I mean, in the area of education, if one of the research you are undertaking is that you want to formulate this theory, that how our learning happens, how students learn. Okay, if that is the focus, so that means you are generalizing a theory. Okay, so if that is the topic of your research, then so my friend, then you are doing fundamental research, or you are doing basic research. Okay, whereas in applied research, the focus is on finding a solution to a problem. In fundamental research, we are not focusing on any problem, but in applied research, the focus is on finding the solution to a problem. Okay, so that is very important. If there is certain problem, and you are trying to find out the solution to a problem, so that is applied research. The problem may be certain business related problem. The problem may be certain social problem. So any problem that you are trying to give a solution, so that then my friends, you are focusing on applied research. Okay. Then another category of research, we can call it as conceptual research, and corresponding to that, there is another research, that is empirical research. So what is conceptual research? Okay, so it is dealing with a certain abstract idea. Okay, conceptual research, I mean, it is actually being taken by certain philosophers or certain thinkers. You want to develop a new concept, so there you are undertaking conceptual research. You break down a concept or a theorem into subparts, and then you study those subparts, so that there is more clarity on the concept. So that is conceptual research. Whereas in empirical research, it is a data-based. It depends mainly on experience or observation. So you can call it as it's a database research, and you can actually verify the conclusion. So here, when you are undertaking empirical research, you make use of certain hypotheses. I will talk about the hypothesis later, but you have certain hypothesis, and then you collect certain information, either to say that, okay, whatever hypothesis I have assumed, it is correct, or you are rejecting the hypothesis. So this, my friends, is your empirical research. So conceptual research is dealing with certain concept, dealing with certain abstract data, and whereas empirical research, it is depending on experience, it is depending on observation, and it is basically data-based research, which you can always, because it is empirical, you are doing certain experiment, so you can always verify if you have come up with certain conclusion, some other person can always verify your finding. So that is what is empirical research. So this is the difference between conceptual research and empirical research. Empirical research, conceptual research, basically you want to, the purpose is that you want to develop a certain new concept, or you want to develop new theories like Aristotle or Newton or Einstein. Whereas experimenting, you are testing the theories or forming new theories. You are experimenting, okay, and making use of data and making use of your experiences and observation. So that is empirical research or experimental research. Okay. And then we come to another category of research, that is quantitative and qualitative. Quantitative research deals with measurement of quantity. Okay, so it is basically you are collecting data, numerical data. Okay, you want to measure a certain characteristic, and to measure that characteristic, you are collecting a lot of data. Okay, numerical data, very, very important. You are collecting numerical data. If you are doing that, then my friends, it is quantitative research. Okay, dealing with measurement of a quantity, collecting data in numerical form. But only collecting data, again, as I told you, is not a research. You have to collect the data, you have to analyze it, and then based on that, you have to make certain conclusion. Then it is your quantitative research. For example, you want to know, see, for example, what is the performance of the students first year? What is the performance of the students in various technical institutions in a particular state or in a particular district? You want to see. So you will find out the score, how many marks the students have scored in various subjects. If you want to get the information, the first year pass out, so how much they have scored, and so all these scores, all this information data you are collecting. So, and after that you will analyze it. So all this data which you are collecting, it is in numerical form. So that is why you call it as quantitative research. So how many students are passing out from institutions in a particular state or at a national level? So graduation rate, how many graduates are passing out? So again, you are collecting data from various institutions, and because it is in numerical, it is numerical data. That is why it is called quantitative research. And compare it with qualitative research. Qualitative research is dealing with data which is not numerical. Okay. So qualitative research, again, it is dealing with some data which is not numerical. So for example, you are dealing with certain phenomena such as you want to find certain aspect related to certain culture. You want to know what are the beliefs of a society. You want to check the behavior of humans, behavior of a person. So if your research is focused in this area, and because it is not numerical data, so that is why it is qualitative research. So quantitative research, if you compare both these, quantitative research is collecting numerical data, qualitative research is collecting non-numerical data. Okay, so for example, in qualitative data, you can interview someone, you are making certain observation. So it is not numerical data. Okay, so you will be analyzing this whatever information you collect from the interview, whatever information you collect from the observation, you analyze it, and after that you reach certain conclusion. So that is qualitative research. So basically focuses on finding out the behavior, the culture, the belief, so all, if the focus is on this one, then it is qualitative research. So I hope that all these different types of research, it is clear to all the participants. We focused on the descriptive research versus analytical research. Then we focused on conceptual research versus empirical research. We focused on fundamental research versus applied research, and then quantitative research versus qualitative research. Okay. Then I come to, so here what I'm showing is that the way you will be collecting the data in quantitative research, it will be different, because in quantitative the data is uh, numerical, whereas in qualitative you are making use of interviews, discussion, case studies. So the way you are will be collecting the data, that will be different if you talk about quantitative or and qualitative. Okay. Now I come to the most important part of this program, as well as this session: how to conduct the research in a systematic and scientific way. Okay, so this is the process. There are certain steps which you need to follow, and slowly and steadily you move from one step to the next step, and that is how you conduct the research. So I would like all the participants to be well aware of all these steps, because during these 5 days we will be ultimately focusing on going into the details of all these steps. So the first step is you define the research problem. What is the problem in which you are focusing? So you focus on that research, clearly state that problem, formulate that problem, define that problem. So this is the very important step. If you can define the problem properly, okay, in one or two lines, if you are able to define the problem, so that is your first step, and very very important step, because so many times you must have seen people are carrying out research, but they do not have clarity on which problem they are working. Okay, so the first step is clearly define your research problem. This is the first step. Okay, then you go to the next step, literature review. This is the second step, we'll discuss it. The third step is formulate the hypothesis. Formulate the hypothesis. Then go to the next step, prepare research design. Prepare the research design. I will tell you what is research design. Then you go to the next step, data collection. Collecting the data, again, very important aspect of research, collecting the data. Once collection of data is over, then again you move to the next step, that is data analysis. And my friend, the last step in conducting research is interpretation of the data and report writing. So these are the, you can say, 7 steps which you will be following, and that is how you will be conducting the research. So let me repeat all those steps. The first step is define the research problem, then literature review, then formulate the hypothesis, then prepare the research design, data collection, data analysis, and the last step is interpretation and report writing. So let us take up these steps one by one, so that you have more clarity as to how to carry out this research. So first thing is define the research problem. Okay, so you can focus on any problem, or you can focus on anything which is of concern to you. You can take up anything which you think is an issue which is important for you, and this issue, this concern is actually making you to study that issue, to study that topic. So that is your research problem. We are actually having a separate session on identification of problem today itself in the afternoon. We'll be discussing this step in detail. But here, what I would like to share with you is that research problem, your problem, how to actually what type of problem constitute research. We'll be discussing it in the afternoon. But here, what I'm trying to share with you is that anything, any issue which you think is of interest to you, which you think that some study can be conducted on this one, and it will give a new insight. It will lead to new knowledge, so that can be taken up as a research problem. When you are defining the research problem, initially because ultimately, as I told you, that the first step is that you have to define, you formulate the problem, define the problem. So initially, you will be defining it in a very general way. Okay, so you define the problem initially in a general way, and then you fine tune that definition. Okay, fine tune that statement of that problem, and you're moving from general to specific. So initially, the problem definition is very, very, very general, and then slowly and steadily you are more specific, fine tune it. Again, you spend some more time, make it more and more clarity, more specific. That is how you define the research problem. So my friend, what I'm sharing with you is the first step: define the research problem. Very, very important. Move from general to specific when you have to define the problem. And anything which is of interest to you, anything which is of concern, which you think is an issue, and which can lead to new knowledge, which can actually solve the problem, which can actually help you, which can help the society in looking at that in a different way. That is your research problem. Okay. Here again, I am telling you that initially you state it in a general way, and then if there are any ambiguities, you remove it, you fine tune it. Whenever you have to define the problem, you have to. It is important that you understand it thoroughly, and you can discuss it with your colleague, discuss it with anyone from society. You have certain literature. And so understand the problem, and then state it in a general way, and then with the passage of time rephrase it, fine tune it, so that any ambiguity, it is removed. Your final research problem is unambiguous, and it is when you are defining the research problem, it will help you to determine what type of data you want to collect, and which type of technique you will be using to undertake the research. So definition of research problem is very, very important. Okay. Then you come to the second aspect, literature review. Okay, second step in conducting the research, literature review. So collect information related to your problem. You refer to certain papers, articles, certain documents. What is happening at present related to the problem, related to the issue that you have identified for your research study. So what is the current state of information related to that topic? What has already happened? If some certain research has already been done related to that topic, so collect that information. So that is your that is literature review. Why do you review the literature? Because see, the purpose of literature review is to provide the evidence that someone needs your study. Okay, that means the study that you are carrying out has not been done by some other person or any other person. This is the first time you are doing that study, And if you are you carry out this study, you reach at a certain finding, the other researchers will be making use of those findings. So literature review is providing an evidence that other people need your study. You are also trying to prove that your research study is adding to the existing knowledge, existing research that has already been carried out. So something new will be added to existing knowledge related to that area. So that is the purpose of your literature review, and it will help you. It will help to learn how other researchers have composed their research study. So once you are reviewing the literature, once you are seeing other papers in the conference, in the journals, or other seminars, so you will have an idea that is how the researcher compose their research papers, how they write their findings. So that again is the purpose of literature review. So very important step in carrying out research, that is literature review. Okay. You can use various things such as journals or books or conference proceedings, bibliographies. Of course, a lot of information available on the internet. You can refer to certain reports, any studies that have been undertaken related to your problem by other researchers, so that you can refer. You can go to the library, refer to various magazines and other information, and then of course go to the internet, Google Scholar, and so many other things I will be sharing with you. So here I'm just restricting it in a broad manner. So these are the things which you can refer. Any other study which has been undertaken corresponding to your problem. So maybe certain thesis, ME thesis, PhD thesis. So if those things are available in your institute, in your organization, you can refer to that. So that is literature review. Okay, then the third step, we go to the third step, is formulate the hypothesis. Okay, very important when you are undertaking research studies in the field of social sciences, in the field of education, in the field of psychology. You need to formulate a hypothesis. Again, we'll give more time to this, how to formulate the thesis. But here, what I'm telling you, third step, once you have already defined your problem, you have done the literature review, the third step is that you are making a tentative assumption, okay, that this is going to be the finding of my research. Okay, this you think, this is a tentative assumption, okay, that this is going to happen. For example, you are administrating you are training the students, and you think that at the end of training the performance of students will improve. Okay, this is the one you want to check. Okay, if you formulate a hypothesis, your hypothesis may be that, okay, your this can be one of the hypotheses that that after training the performance will not improve. That may be the hypothesis. So then after that you have to check whether your hypothesis is right or wrong, whether you accept the hypothesis or you reject the hypothesis. So this is how you this is what I would like to share with you about the hypothesis, that that at this stage after literature review you need to formulate hypothesis. And what is hypothesis? It is a tentative assumption you are making about the outcomes of your research. And once you are formulating the hypothesis, it will affect your type of data you have to collect, how you will analyze your data. All these are will be affected once you formulate your hypothesis. So, while formulating this hypothesis, you discuss with others, uh, and you see similar studies, and all these things. You have a personal, greater insight you can have through personal investigation. So all these approaches you can use, but hypothesis is very. We will have a certain exercises also on this one, but step three, very, very important, and that is formulating the hypothesis. Okay. So again, coming back to this systematic method of conducting the research, we have already discussed three steps. The first step is defining the research problem. The second step is literature review. And the third step is formulating the hypothesis. And now we come to the fourth step, that is preparing the research design. Preparing the research design. So, what is a research design? Research design. Research design is actually design means that is you are planning, you plan for your research. Any activity, anything you do, you plan. For example, you want to come to Delhi. Okay, so you are planning to come to Delhi for some work. So you plan that how you will come to Delhi. Either you will come by train, or you will come by air, or you come by your own vehicle. Okay, and this is the day on which I will be coming. This is the day on which I will be going back. Okay, and this is how you plan to spend the time. So you are planning everything. You are planning. So similarly, my friend, similarly, when you are constructing in the house, you have a blueprint. Okay, that this is the place where you plan to have your kitchen. This is the place you plan to have your uh, dining room, or this is the place where you will have your garden. So it is a blueprint for house construction. So similarly, there's a plan which you want to do for your research. So that plan, advanced planning, that is your research design. An overall plan that researcher will adopt to undertake the research study, that is your research design. And so many things come into picture. Okay, when I'm talking about this plan, even what type of objectives you are having in your mind, whatever research questions you have your in mind, you think about that. How you will collect your data, which method you will use, that is the part of research design. Which what type of sample you will be selecting for your data, that again is part of what are the instrument you are using for your data collection. How you will analyze the data. There are various methods of collecting the data. So which method you will be using for analyzing the data. How much time you will take to complete your research, maybe 1 year, or at PhD level 3 year, 4 year. In this much time I will be able to complete the literature review. In this much time I will be able to collect the data. So the time frame you are having in your mind, which resources you will be using, how will you be preparing, making the presentation of the data, how you will be writing the report. So all these things, when you are thinking about these things, all these things are part of research design. You are planning for the research. Okay, what type of activities you are doing, in how much time you will be able to do certain things, how you will be able to what type of data you will be mainly focus on data. What type of data you will be collecting, uh, what is the method of collecting the data, what is the method of analyzing the data, what is the method of presenting the data. So all that is part of research design. See here, something is very, very important, that is sampling. Of course, again, we are having separate session on sampling, but one or two slides I would like to show you what is sampling. See, because if in research, one very important aspect is collecting the data, and sometime you will have a feeling that there is a large amount of data you have to collect. So instead of collecting a large amount of data from so many respondents, you think of having a sample. Okay, so you select a sample. So the bigger data set is the population, and out of the population you have a sample to carry out the uh, to carry out to collect the data. So here I am telling about the concept of population and sample. Population is the bigger group, and out of that you have a smaller data. So that is your sample. So how you will select the sample? So that process of selecting the sample is called sampling. As I told you, sampling is a how to select the sample or how to go about sampling. That is part of research design. Okay, so selecting a sample will be covering in a separate session, but you must have clarity that sampling is part of research design. Okay, sampling is part of research design, and we will tell you how to select the sample. What are various methods of what are various techniques of selecting the sample, but must need to have a clarity that population is the larger group, and out of the population you collect the you select the sample, because it will be very time consuming. It will need a lot of investment if you collect the information from the bigger group, from the entire population. So your sample is the representative of the population. Okay, but how to select the sample? So that again is very important, and we will discuss about the sampling and various steps of sampling techniques that we will discuss. Okay, but broadly speaking, sampling two types. There are two types of sampling: probability sampling and non-probability sampling. Probability sampling means when you have an equal chance of inclusion in the sample. I mean, just you have, if there are 100 people and I want to select 5 people, so I just write the name of 100 people, put it in a box, put it in a hat, and take out the slip, and so every person has a equal chance of inclusion in the sample. That is probability sampling. And then there is another type of sampling which we call as non-probability sampling, in which there is no assurance that every item has equal chance. It is quite possible that the item which you are selecting for the sample, they are deliberately selected by the researcher so that some specific item is included in the sample. For example, quota sampling. Okay, we will talk about this quota sampling. So that is non-probability sampling. So let me compare probability sampling and non-probability sampling. In probability sampling, you have equal chance. You have the item to be selected in the sample has an equal chance, equal probability of inclusion in the sample. Whereas in non-probability, it is not so, because that assurance of equal chance of inclusion is not there in non-probability sample. Okay. So again, let me, my friend, go to these systematic process of conducting the research. We have already discussed, define the first 4 steps: define research problem, literature review, formulate hypothesis, and 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 preparing the research design. Then we go to the next step, that is data collection. What is data collection? In data collection, so ultimately, one very important aspect of research is collecting the data, collecting the information. So when you have to collect the information, you have to collect the data, you identify the sources of information. Who are the people from whom you will be collecting the information? What are the places you will be visiting? Some institute you will be visiting, some organization you will be visiting. You maybe you will be interacting with some people. So where you want to visit, where you want to go, with whom you want to contact, so as to collect the data. So that is part of data collection. Another very important of the very important aspect of data collection is that if you have to collect the data from a place, from say from an organization, you need to obtain certain permission. Say for example, you want to collect certain information from HODs, from faculty member, from students of an institute. You need to have permission from director or management of the institute that you want to collect this information. So obtaining that permission, that is very very important. You must have clarity which type of data you want to collect. Is it a numerical data or it is non-numerical data? And based on that, you will select the tool to collect the data. If it is the quantitative data, your tools will be different. If it is qualitative data which you are planning to collect, then your tools will be data. And so the data to be collected and the tools to be used for collecting the data. So at this stage, you must you take a decision on this one, and then you actually administer that tool. Ultimately, here you are collecting the data. There are different tools that you can use for collecting the data. You can have the interviews. You can make use of observation, another method for collecting the data. You can carry out survey. You can make use of questionnaire for collecting the data. It is quite possible that certain data is already available there. So make use of that data which is already available. Some records are there, or certain findings are already there. So make use of that data. And focus group is another method by which you can collect the data. We'll talk about again. We'll talk about this one in our coming sessions. So make use of various tools, either questionnaire or observation or interview method or focus group, or make use of data which is already available. So by these methods, you collect the data. Then, my friends, I come to step number 6, that is data analysis. So whatever data you have collected, you analyze that data. Okay. So what this data is telling you, broad finding. Okay. So how do you analyze the data? Okay. So for analyzing the data, you make use of statistics. You make use of statistic for analyzing the data. And broadly speaking, there are two ways. If you are talking about quantitative data, there are two methods. One is descriptive statistic, and the other one is inferential statistic. Okay. So descriptive statistic. So broadly, two ways in which you can analyze your data. One is descriptive statistic, and another is inferential statistic. Descriptive statistic is is actually describing the sample. Okay, I told you that there is a population, bigger group is population. From that bigger group, because it is time consuming to collect the data from the population. So you have a sample from the population, and you collect the data from the sample. So this descriptive statistic is describing the sample, the characteristic of the sample. Okay. So descriptive statistic is dealing with the sample. And what type of data you are collecting, or what type of findings are there when you are using descriptive statistic? Most of the participants know about this one. When you are trying to find out the mean score or average score, if you are trying to find out a mode, maximum value in a data set, or median, or standard deviation, okay, and skewness. So if you are finding out these things, so you are actually in the area of descriptive statistics. Whereas, my friends, in inferential statistic, you are making the prediction about the, or you are drawing the conclusion about the population. In descriptive statistic, you are describing the sample, whereas in inferential statistic, you are describing or making the prediction, drawing conclusion about the population. So, but of course, because see, of course, you are having certain findings from the sample, and from those sample, from the study of the sample, you are making the conclusion, making prediction about the population. That is inferential statistic. And what type of test? There are so many tests which you are carry out. Say, for example, T test or correlation analysis. Correlation analysis, when you actually want to correlate certain variables, so that is correlation analysis, or regression analysis. So when you are carrying out these tests, that is part of inferential statistic. So let us have more clarity on this descriptive statistic and inferential statistic from this slide. As I told you, descriptive statistic is focusing on the, it is describing the sample. The focus here is on the sample. When you are making use of descriptive statistic, you are describing the sample. Focus is on the sample. But if you are using inferential statistic, you are describing the population. Of course, from the finding of the sample, but ultimately the focus is on population. You are telling about the characteristics or features of the population through inferential statistic. So let me repeat again. Descriptive statistic focuses on sample. You are describing the sample. Inferential statistic, the focus is on, or you are making prediction, you are drawing conclusion about the population. Okay. And my friend, now coming to the last step, that is data interpretation and report writing. So whatever data you have collected, you have analyzed the data, then you, after analyzing, you are coming out with the certain finding, you are concluding certain thing, and all those things you are finding, you are reporting, that you are doing, you are making use of certain tables, certain figures. Maybe you are making use of pie chart or scatter diagram, or you are making use of any other line, maybe line diagram, or you are putting your data in certain tables. So all that reporting in various format, so that is how you are interpreting your data, and also you are writing a report, how you have carried out this research, what type of data you have collected, how you have analyzed it, and how you have interpreted it. All this thing you will be writing the report, and compare it. You will be comparing it with the past literature, and maybe you will also be telling what were the limitations of your research study, and what are the areas in which you can carry out future, other people can carry out research in future. So that all will be part of your report writing. So my friends, these were the various steps in conducting the research. Let me repeat again: defining the research problem, literature review, formulating the hypothesis, preparing research design, data collection, data analysis, interpretation, and report writing. So this is all what I wanted to share as far as this session is concerned. This session was on research, concept types and significance. These are various references. Grinnell, as I told you, talked about the concept of research. Creswell also, a very good book, Educational Research, planning, conducting, and evaluating quantitative and qualitative research. You can go through that. And Cohen, Mannion, and Morrison book on research methods in education. So these are the this is the material which you can go through if you are getting more interested in the area of research.